So people have been telling me, hey Chibi, you gotta do a live reaction to chapter 319 of My Hero Academia. And just looking at this color cover page, I could definitely see why. Because, like, anytime there is a color cover page, especially for My Hero Academia, some crazy stuff's gonna go down. And I mean, when we really think about it, a lot of crazy stuff has been continuously happening throughout this arc. I mean, like, Izuku literally saying, All Might, I don't need you anymore, kind of like cutting him off, and then just, like, moving on without All Might, which is just a huge moment for Izuku's character. Stain being there to witness it. Overhaul situation, you know, just seeing the pro heroes working with Izuku, you know, all for one, actually manipulating Izuku and potentially even putting people around Izuku in harm's way, not just, let's say, the pro heroes, not just All Might, but maybe even Izuku's mother, you know, even the class right here. So there's a lot that's been going on in this arc, and it's been non-stop, just action-packed, amazing chapters with character development and things that people, and myself included, have been asking for a very long time. So much character development has been taking place with Izuku's character. It is a fantastic time to be a My Hero Academia fan. So anyways, with that out of the way, I'm going to be doing, like I said, a live reaction to chapter 319, and if you want to actually read the chapter alongside of me, link is in the description. You can pull it up and then see what I am reacting to. But before I actually read this first page and carry on, I want to apologize for the past few days. I haven't been uploading content. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, so to say. Like, I've not been feeling too good, and today I'm kind of feeling a lot better. I mean, I still kind of have like a stuffy / runny nose here and there, but overall I do feel a little bit better. But I just wanted to keep it 100 with all of you, kind of what's going on and all that, because I know some of you might wonder and ask, so just, I want to be honest with you, and if you wonder why maybe I sound a little bit different today, it's probably because of that. But anyways, let us begin reading this chapter. I'm excited because I am so itching to read this chapter, because, like, last chapter's cliffhanger was absolutely insane, and I cannot wait to see what this chapter has in store for me. So, okay, a few days after Izuku Midoriya left UA. So basically, this is going back to the beginning of the arc when Izuku first left. Do you really think so? It's just our best guess, but odds are he's with Endeavor and the others. That damn nerd. Okay, so you can see clearly Bakugo is ripping up Izuku's letter, basically showing he is not having any of this. He's like, nah, I'm not having any of this crap from Izuku, and him trying to run off on his own, do his own thing and all that. I'm not having this. I actually, for once, I respect Bakugo, at least ripping up the letter, because it's like, he's not dealing with it. He's like, he's not going to listen to this. It's like, no, because he's been in on it for a very long time. He knows the secret, and he's like, I don't need protecting. That's basically what Izuku is implying to all of them. He's like, this is kind of outrageous, you doing this to me. But anyways, this color page looks really nice, by the way. I really do like this color page. Oh, I just realized there's actually words in the letter that Bakugo is reading. You can kind of read them. Okay, so let me see. My secret in Class A. Okay, I'm assuming that's, you know, one for all saying it. Hope, smile. I can't read the last one. There's some word, maybe some other that's reading this chapter might know. But I see hope and smile. And then Achan, Ochiko? No, it's not Ochiko. Not Ochiko. It's not Ida. I guess it's... Oh, Kachan! It is Bakugo's letter, so yeah, it makes sense. Kachan. Okay, so it's actually addressed to him. So what this basically means then is that every letter is definitely handwritten to each individual classmate. So it's not like a copy and paste comment, like a copy and paste letter to each individual student. That's actually a really big detail. This pretty much means that every individual letter has something different in it, maybe directed towards them, and maybe the reasons why Izuku did what he did. I'm curious now what Aoyama's letter has. Like, I'm really curious to see what his letter has, maybe Mineta, you know, even Ochiko's letter. I am curious about Ochiko's letter. There's a lot of things. Even Ida. Ooh, Ida's letter would be very interesting, especially with the whole situation with Stain. That's a really big plot point. So, Kachan, thank you. I'm assuming everything is the last word that's kind of ripped up. So, thank you for everything. So, he's basically thanking Bakugo, and it's like, my secret, etc. So, that's fascinating. I really do like what this implies here. So, okay, anyways, let's continue on. Oh, so everybody's there. Oh, okay, so the entire class is just discussing this. Okay. Your best guess, you haven't confirmed that with anyone, such as the mentors who oversaw you three. We have tried unceasingly. it's so fascinating to see, Tokoyami actually beside Todoroki and Bakugo. It's just like he's really kind of stepped up as a really major player in the series when you think about it, especially with the whole event with Hawks in the last arc. It's just like, it's crazy to see how he's really taken a major spotlight within the story. Okay. But my own master will not answer his phone. Same with... Oh my goodness. Bakugo making fun of Best Jeanist's name and the way he dresses. My father, too. I'm sure they're busy, but something feels off. We can only assume they're keeping secrets from us. Not to mention, All Might is still MIA. Or so it seems, yeah. So, All Might is MIA. They don't know where All Might... I guess since he is working with Izuku, he is MIA, and he left UA with Izuku. So, they don't even know what's going on there. Classes are suspended, and we're being kept as first years for now. They got those of us in the hero course either cooped up in the dorms or helping out with local security. Given the state of things, it's tough to find out about what's going on out there. That's really huge. So basically what is being told here is that the kids of UA and everyone else that are like, training, heroes in training, they're literally having to be security. The kids are protecting the general populace. That's crazy. This really goes all back to, Nagant and what she was saying to Izuku in previous chapters and just how corrupt this system is. And literally, when you think about everything that the last arc did, the entire Hero Association, they literally created child soldiers to fight against the villains. And it's just like, that's what they're doing. And nobody really sees what's wrong about this. Nobody sees how wrong it is for these kids, even though they are training to be heroes, to actually be protecting so many people at their age. It's just, that's a huge, huge ordeal. That's a big deal right there. That's really big for the characters to be doing that. But it also shows that there is not a lot of heroes left for the, the kids needing to actually be standing guard. But, yeah, it's crazy. And also, it makes sense why classes aren't taking place. I mean, there's really no time for classes when the entire state of, I guess, the entirety of Japan is in disarray. So, kind of makes sense. Head and the Spoon... Did this man just call Hawk Spoonbill? Oh, my God. This man just called Hawk Spoonbill. Okay, I gotta admit, that's pretty good. Okay, the Spoonbill met Deku back at the hospital. All Might was there too. And then we got this letter. I can't read the letter, so the letter wasn't translated there. Okay. If he's too scared to come near UA, then who snuck in and slipped the letters under our doors in the dead of night? It had to be All Might. I've got no doubt they're partners in crime. Look at Bakugo being that Mr. Detective. Then he is with an adult. That should give us reassurance, oi. The only news we're hearing is about the whole top 3 team-up, right? Not a word about All Might. Yeah. So the world is hearing about Hawks, Endeavor, and Best Jeanist working together. But nobody else. Compared to Endeavor and the others, I know Deku and All Might better than anyone. Whoa! That is... Okay! That's a huge comment by Bakugo. I'll talk about that in a second. This is the worst scenario I can think of. How are we going to get in touch with them? Endeavor's a UA alum, right? Then let's force the issue. Okay! Whoa, back-to-back panel. Whoa, okay, whoa, there is a lot to discuss. Okay, I'm about to, you know what, I gotta talk about this. That's too big of a deal. So, before I get into this, Ochiko, whoa, that's a huge thing for Ochiko, just saying that. Everything about the expression of the panel, that's a huge deal. Let's talk about this Bakugo one. So, compared to Endeavor and the others, I know Deku and All Might better than anyone. This is the worst scenario I can think of. That right there, what this basically shows is a few things. One, Bakugo is basically admitting that he is friends with Izuku. And as we know the development, the relationship between the two characters. We've seen it. I've commented so many times about it. We have seen the active growth of Bakugo as a character to this very chapter. And him even outright admitting to everyone in the class shows how much he has made a connection with Izuku. But not just Izuku, his entire class. Really, that whole moment where he was actually playing the drums did wonders for Bakugo's character, for him to open up as an individual and rely on those around him. It really speaks volumes about how important that arc was, just seeing this conversation right here, with Bakugo saying he knows Izuku and All Might better than anyone, basically admitting that he knows what he needs to do. He realizes the burden and everything. I really love this panel. That is absolutely, easily my favorite panel so far of the chapter, because it really just wraps up everything full circle that's been going on for a very long time with his character. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much, Horikoshi-sensei, for that great little moment for Bakugo. But let's talk about this Ochiko stuff. So this Ochiko stuff, the big thing about this, what makes this so powerful, is that it carries on what was being built up with her character for about, I'd say 100 chapters now, ever since Izuku unlocked Black Whip. Ever since that actually happened, and Black Whip, kind of appeared out of Izuku and all that, Ochiko has been realizing that there needs to be individuals that can actually save heroes, who protects and saves the heroes, and this is something that's been ongoing in her mind for a very long time. It's kind of like her own objective. She found her new goal and objective to strive for, and she realized that there's so many heroes out there that are smiling in sadness, aren't smiling in sadness, depressed, and just want to give up, and she's seen that probably continuously thanks to the aftermath of what just happened in the latest arc with the war arc against the League of Villains. So it's like, seeing her say that let's force the issue, and with this face that's very serious, instead of trying to joke or show a smile or anything, that's a huge deal too for her character, because Ochiko's always been someone that's putting on this smile, always someone that puts on this expression that everything's okay and she's acting cutesy and all that, but her acting very serious and not even showing a smile in this moment, that speaks how serious she is about this. Like, she really wants to get to the bottom of this and be able to actually find Izuku, not because she loves him, she's already technically kind of admitted this in the past, but also because she actually just wants to be able to save heroes. That is her objective, and that's a really big moment for her character. I really like this. This is really good, just to see, once again, this carrying on, because there needs to be people there that could stand up and help heroes out that are in time of need. Like, even Endeavor, honestly, he probably needs a lot of people to help him and protect him, etc. So when you think about it, I love the direction that Ochiko's character's been taking. Okay, so a few days later, Principal, Endeavor got trapped by everyone there. You can't ignore them too long, Endeavor. Okay, so wow, that's an awkward lineup right there with Endeavor there. Okay, so I heard the children out and determined that this meeting was warranted. I'm always open to change based on the facts. Why have you been ignored? I love how Todoroki, he just straight up comes out as like, why are you ignoring me? Why didn't you answer the calls and stuff? I thought we were going to stop Toya together. Shoto, your willingness alone means the world to me. Well, it doesn't mean much to me without action. Why is Midoriya the only one with a free pass? Endeavor, you're letting Deku and All Might operate together. Wait. Oh, he said Endeavor. You didn't even say his father's name. Whoa. Okay, so you're letting Deku and All Might operate together, aren't you? Thought so. In any other situation, it was the right move. But you don't know the first thing about Deku. He's screwed up in the head. The guy never takes himself into account, just says crap like, I'm fine. All Might became the symbol of peace with the same mindset, so he won't be the one to stop Deku. Whoa, this is literally what I was just talking about. This is literally what I was just talking about with Bakugo. He's literally just straight up saying, like, look, man, nobody understands really how messed up Izuku is. Like, he will throw his life away to save someone. Like, he won't care. And so I love how this is being tackled. I love how this finally is just really getting pressed into, because it's such a big deal. Because even though you're a hero, you should still care about yourself too. You shouldn't just be willing to throw your life to the meat grinder, and you should be able to care about yourself too. And it shows that clash of ideals with Stain's ideology that has been kind of circulating throughout the series since the very beginning. This right here, this is good. This is so good. Endeavor being confronted by this. And, Just, whoa. Okay, so the first thing about Deku, All Might became the symbol piece of the same mindset. I feel like Endeavor will be able to understand that as well. I really think Endeavor will be able to understand what Bakugo just said. Like, All Might became the symbol of peace with the same mindset, basically not caring about himself, not taking himself into account. And the reason why I think Endeavor will be able to understand that is because, in his own way, Endeavor's done something very similar. Endeavor literally has kind of broken his body to the point to push himself to try to save people. I mean, look what he did against High End. We saw him press himself to the very limit and beyond his limit to be able to save people. So, when you really think about it, Endeavor definitely will have some understanding to the situation. So yeah, interesting. Okay, so continuing. Listen, Endeavor, you can't leave those two alone with each other, not them. Seems like Midoriya finally cut himself off from All Might, too. Oh, so they're talking... Endeavor's thinking about it. If only we could have the same speed to be by his side. But, yo, does that thing have GPS tracking? Wow, did they really... they really just jumped Endeavor for his GPS Okay. Mind if we borrow this, sir? Well, it's only by chance I wound up in the same class as the guy, but still. I feel the same way. We've only spent a year together, but that's plenty. He never opened up to us about One for All, and he expected that letter to put us at ease. That came as a shock to us. We of Class A intend to find him, follow him, and work alongside... Yo, Ida, my boy! Yo, okay, no matter how great a burden One for All may be, Midoriya is our friend, and we can't very well be expected to go smiling into the future knowing that our friend is walking this thorny path alone. Bro, that is good. That is good. That is good. Yo, okay, so what makes that so fantastic is the fact that Ida knows from experience. Like, number one, we know Ida's arc with Stain. I mean, Stain is relevant, obviously, recently, and I feel like Stain and Ida's gonna meet up soon. I have that feeling just thanks to this alone, seeing the growth of Ida, seeing how he's willing to help people and all that, and how he's really gotten put back on the right path, and how he was always someone that would put Izuku back on the right path if he needed to be. It's like, it's finally Ida's turn to, return the favor to Izuku, and, oh, this is so good. Just seeing him really stepping up as the class lead. Being someone that actually is leading the classroom and coming together to do what must be done. I like seeing him take that role, take that initiative. It's, wow. So just finally, Ida stepping into the spotlight, because it's been so long since he's really, really had something he could do. So just like, all this is already looking to be fantastic. Okay. It's too dangerous out there. Law and order is a thing of the past. Even you kids would be... You're certainly matured, Todoroki. Ooh, okay. Given that the villains now pursue him, and that he wished to leave UA, I authorize the team up. However, he's free to return to us at any time. Really? From the moment a student is accepted into the school, they fall under our protection. Well, that is very sweet. Basically saying even though Izuku might be potentially dangerous, the door is still open for him. They're not going to just throw him to the wolves. I appreciate that. But what about the safety of the evacuees? Among them, there's still a proper evacuation shelter must be more than simply a plot of land. I shall have to reassure them somehow. Our security system was fortified for the school festival, though it has yet to see any use. I'm talking about the UA barrier. It will prove its worth. In any case, All Might also attended the school, So go on, do what you must to bring them back to us. And we're flashing to present day. Okay, so that's something I need to discuss. So, basically, he's mentioning about this barrier. And apparently the barrier, let's see, the system was fortified for the school festival. So the system was fortified for the school festival. And we know about Gentle that managed to sneak in. I do wonder what that barrier actually is. I really do wonder what the barrier is capable of. For the principal to have so much confidence within the barrier, it makes me wonder, what does it actually do? What does the barrier really do? Is it some quirk user that is like somewhere in the center of the entirety of the evacuee zone, and is like putting up some form of mental barrier, something that's able to protect everyone if something goes amiss or kicked out, so that like the enemy's kicked out or something. I feel like it has something to do with a quirk. It's very clear that it isn't just technology, it's a quirk user. Something is going on with a quirk user to be able to do this, and I wonder what this barrier actually is, because with this being kind of implied, that how important it is, I wonder what it actually is. What really is that barrier? I really doubt it's just the kids around a certain, line protecting the different, sections of the zone. I feel like, there's more to it than that. So, I do wonder what that barrier is. It's so very vague, and we really have yet to really get to see it, utilized. But okay, so we're flashing to present day, so we're getting to see all of Class A here in front of Izuku. So what's gonna happen? Okay. Prison escapee is secured. Splendid work, Bakugo. That's great. That's great. Explosion, murder, god, dynamite. Oh, no, my goodness. Such a mouthful of a name. Pardon me. Our bodies are free. Heroes, eek. Let's see. Also, okay, everybody's free. The villain was taken care of. Okay. Everyone but why? We're worried about you, but I'm fine. Man, Izuku, you do not look fine whatsoever. You look literally so ragged and destroyed. Man needs a rest. So don't worry and get away from me. Wow, real inspiring. All hail the mighty inheritor of one for... Whoa, Bakugo! Whoa, chill. All hail the mighty inheritor of one for all. But tell us this. Are you smiling now? I'm smiling. Those smiles, everyone's peace of mind. Those are the reasons I need to keep going. So, get out of my... Do your worst, you all might wanna be. We know Midoriya would be the same as ever. Stand strong, everyone. Yeah. Is this happening? Is this actually happening? Yo, what? This is actually happening? Class A versus E... Is it... Okay, okay, so let's... I'm trying to really process everything about that, because this is... Whoa. Okay, so... Strength-wise, judging by what we know from the skill set of Izuku currently, personally, I might be wrong about this. I'm willing to be wrong if I'm wrong. Personally, I think Izuku will just wipe the floor with all of people of Class A. The reason why I say that is because Izuku wasn't lying when he talked to All Might in the previous chapter. He wasn't lying saying he basically could have a Mach 100%. He wasn't. We saw it firsthand. And if he's able to have a Mach 100%, there's no way anyone a part of Class A can stop him. We have seen how crazy All Might's strength is firsthand. We've seen it. And the only person that really could put up any form of actual fight with Izuku would be potentially like a really crazy Nomu or Shigaraki / All for One. So, I don't really feel like anyone in Class A really could actually stop Izuku. If it gets down to real fighting, there's no way Class A is going to be able to stop him. It's not happening. It's not. It's not going to happen. There's just too much that Izuku has over them in terms of strength now. The only thing they have on him is that Izuku is tired. And I will admit, Izuku is definitely run ragged. He's very tired. It's very clear how tired he is. Yes, that was the reason why they even came in to kind of help him out. But it doesn't change the fact, though. If Izuku wants, he can decimate. That's not holding him back. Regardless of how tired he is, he's incredibly strong. If he wants to knock you out, he will knock you out. And that is very likely. All he has to do is use Black Whip, throw him to the side. That's it. That's all he has to do. Or just speed blitz him with all, one for all. That's all he needs to do. So just like everything about this situation, Izuku's going to destroy Class A. There is no way. The only thing that would actually be in the favor of Class A is that they are Izuku's friends. And Izuku won't kill them, obviously. So they probably will just continuously go at him until he eventually just listens to reason. But if Izuku does theoretically take down, Class A, I have a good feeling that he's gonna get even more depressed. Like, that, he's gonna get very, very mentally depressed thanks to that ordeal if he takes them down. It's gonna cause him to go even more deeper into a spiral. I mean, he's already repeating the very thing that All Might did with Night Eye. This could make it even worse. I mean, it's a very complicated direction to go. The path and direction of writing that Horikoshi has presented before him now is very, very slippery. Because he can go down a route of basically having all of Class A just get completely crushed, destroyed by Izuku, and Izuku continues to do what he's doing. And what this does, in fact, it makes Izuku become more lonely, sadder, depressed, and he becomes more isolated where no one is around him, and he holds everything on his own, and he repeats the very thing that all the other previous users of One For All did, but also what All Might did, and to a much worse degree. And on top of that, all of Class A will feel absolutely worthless, because they couldn't even save their friend. It might cause some of them to quit being a hero, because they can't even save someone in front of them, but on top of that, they'll be like, wow, maybe we do need to be protected. There's a lot of things to really think about, but there's more, too. It's also to the writing. With Izuku basically stomping them into the ground, it basically says that no matter how hard they try, they will never be able to match Izuku. They will never be able to match the power of One For All and All For One, and effectively, their characters are relatively kind of worthless in the grand scheme of things, at least for the in-game fight between the two characters. So, there's a lot to really think about. There is a lot to really process when it comes to what this final 2 panels presents, but personally, as much as I know how slippery it is, I would like to see Izuku win and stomp him. And the reason why is because I would like to see a more darker, depressed Izuku and him become more isolated and eventually have to have a huge wake-up call, not from a hero, but a villain. I would love a villain being the one to smack Izuku back onto the right path. Instead of a hero doing it, which they're trying to do, I would love a villain to smack Izuku on the right track to be a good person again. That is what I want. That would be an excellent showcase that not just heroes save people, but villains can save people too in their own way. I mean, let's look at Shigaraki. Regardless of how demented All For One is and what he has done, and even to Shigaraki, he did technically, at that moment when Shigaraki was a kid, he did save Shigaraki. So, villains can save people too. Just even if it's a little bit warped to a certain degree. So, I do wonder if that could happen. I would love if that is the direction Horikoshi-sensei wants to take this. But I'm going to leave it at that. I had fun reading this chapter. This is a really, 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 really good chapter. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below, how you felt about it. More videos tomorrow as well. I plan to do a video potentially on the Red Hood and also more anime first impressions for the new anime this season. But I'm going to leave it at that, though. I love you guys. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Stay healthy. Chibi out.